going on, all my fantasy football fans out there? Welcome to my channel. It's waiverwirequeen. I know you are all excited because it's almost Thursday, and that means the first official game of the NFL season is going to be played. I am super excited. I know you are too. You're probably wondering, who the hell should I start? Who should I sit? Well, Waiver Wire Queen is going to give you some players that you should start because they're going to help you win. And then some players you should sit and kind of push them all the way to the end of your bench this week, because we're not trying to lose out here in these fantasy football streets in week 1. So let's jump right into it. I'll give you the players you should start, and then I'll throw a little players you should sit. James Robinson, running back with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Start him. He's playing against the Houston Texans. Last season, they ranked 27th in overall defense and 30th in run D. That's horrible. Even if they have improved this season, what are the odds that they have improved drastically to really shut Robinson down? I don't think they're going to shut him down. I know he has a rookie quarterback out there. You got to also consider that Travis Etienne is not playing due to injury. So Robinson's going to get a nice workload, and so you should start him with confidence. He is the starting running back. He is going to get most of the carries. Carlos Hyde may be in the mix a little bit. They've recently added Duke Johnson to their practice squad. Don't know if he's going to make the active roster this week. However, for this week, I'm starting James Robinson with confidence because I think he's going to have a really nice game against a defense that ranked 30th in run D last season. All right, that's right. Another play I'm starting with confidence, I'm starting him every week, because when you have your top dogs, I don't give a damn who they play against, you start them. Lamar Jackson, I'm starting him against the Raiders. The Raiders, just not really that good of a team. Okay, I expect Lamar Jackson to come out and have a great game running the ball, throwing the ball. It's gonna be throwing it to Andrews. Andrews in there. He just signed that nice contract, so he's about to go out there and show out and show everybody why he's one of the top 5 tight ends in the NFL. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, he's the player you start every week anyways. But considering the matchup, why the hell wouldn't you start him with confidence? Starting those two with confidence against the Raiders, who just not a good team in my opinion. They're not a good team on either side of the ball. So anytime I'm playing, anytime I have players going up against the Raiders this year, I am starting them with so much confidence. I'm already just predicting victory. All right, don't do that, y'all. Don't predict the victory. All right, not prematurely, but having your players go up against the Raiders, you have a great chance of winning. So start your top dogs with confidence any week against the Raiders, okay? Until they can show that they are a solid football team. Right now, they ain't. All right, another player you should consider starting is A.J. Brown. Again, starting A.J. Brown is a no-brainer, but you're going to be starting him against the Arizona Cardinals. They lost Patrick Peterson this offseason, then decided to bring him back. And A.J. Brown is at home. So you start him with confidence. I understand that the Titans are a run-first team, but A.J. Brown is their number 1. He's their young, dynamic wide receiver, and he's going to have a nice game because none of those DBs can guard him. They won't be able to keep up with him, all right? So A.J. Brown, start him with confidence. And obviously, it's a no-brainer to start Derrick Henry. He's the player I start every week. I don't care who he's playing against. But yes, A.J. Brown, specifically because of the Patrick Peterson factor. He's no longer there, and I don't feel like any of those DBs will be able to keep up with him, and he's going to have a nice game. So keep in mind that. Another player to start, Devonta Smith, wide receiver with Philly. He's playing against the Atlanta Falcons. They were last against receiving yards last year, so they just didn't have a good defense last season, and I expect more of that this year. They may slightly improve, but not enough to where Devonta Smith's going to be on my bench. I understand he's a rookie. He has a young quarterback who a lot of people don't believe in, but I honestly feel like Smith's going to have a really nice game, and I also feel like Jalen Hurts is going to have a nice game because that defense is terrible. But right now, for the purposes of this video, start Devonta Smith with so much confidence. I don't care. He's a rookie. His first game. He's going to be nervous. All that nervous energy is going to turn into excitement. He's going to have at least one touchdown. It's going to be a nice, at least 30 to 40 yard touchdown. Yeah, I'm predicting that. We don't know, but I could just envision it. So start Devonta Smith with confidence, y'all. Another player to consider, obviously I just mentioned his name, was Jalen Hurts. Last season, quarterbacks completed 68% of their passes against the Atlanta Falcons defense, which is really high, and quarterback ratings were over 101.7%, which is extremely high. That's high as hell. Defense was terrible. Pass defense was terrible. So I'm not 100% sold on Jalen Hurts, but hell, I'm sold on him for this game. I don't know about you guys, but I have Jalen Hurts in one league. I'm going to start him with confidence. Like, so much confidence. I'm going to be sitting back like, yeah, hey, it's right, Hurts. We're starting you out here in these fantasy football streets, and you're going to produce. So Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts are players that I am starting this Sunday. All right. Another player to consider starting, obviously, are your Arizona Cardinal players. Tennessee Titans. I don't know why everybody keep thinking the Tennessee Titans have this really good defense. They do not. I am starting Murray, Hopkins, and Edmonds against the Tennessee Titans defense. Murray, I'm definitely starting him. He's a player I'll start every week. But the Titans quarterback completion percentage was 67% last season. They gave up over 30 touchdowns total to quarterbacks, and quarterbacks had a rating of 97.5%. As you can see, that is slightly better than the Falcons, but hell, it's still not good enough to say that you trust that defense. They made some moves this offseason, but not enough to where I'm confident that Kyler Murray is going to come in there and stink it up. So Kyler Murray, you start with confidence, and Hopkins, I always start with confidence because it's Hopkins. I don't care who he's playing or going up against. I'm starting him with confidence. And Chase Edmonds, I think he's going to have a really good season, especially in PPR leagues. He's definitely a running back I snatch up in as many drafts as possible in PPR leagues because he's really that good. And you're going to see it this year, okay? All right, y'all, so let's talk about some players that you need to throw on your bench and sit because all they're going to do is cost you games week one. And we, like I said, wants to go, we trying to win every game out here in these fantasy football streets, and we want to start the season off on the good note. So the first player you need to sit, it's a no-brainer. You sit Jared Goff, quarterback with the Detroit Lions. He is going up against the 49ers defense. I expect this to be a blowout. I expect the 49ers defense to come out there and set the tone because last season, several injuries on defense with the 49ers. Get their guys back. They're going to come out there. They got a lot to prove, and they are going to whoop the Detroit Lions ass. Excuse my language. They're going to beat the Lions' butts out there in these fantasy football streets and just in sports in general. I expect the 49ers defense to come out there and make Jared Goff look like the quarterback that the Rams traded because they weren't sold on him any longer. So that's the big key right there. That defense is going to come out there and play their butts off and win that game. And then, like, also you got to consider that with the Lions, they really don't have a lot of talent on offense. They really did not address the wide receiver position during the draft or free agency. So Jared Goff is going to have a lot of trouble out there. And hell, who is he really throwing the ball to outside of TJ Hockenson? I know people are high on Tyrell Williams. Okay, he may be able to do some things. We'll see. But it's not going to be enough to where he's crowned the next Hopkins or future great wide receiver. It's not happening. So it's sit him. That's all I got. Just sit him. Sit him on the bench, guys. Don't play games. If you're trying to win, don't be smart. Don't get cute out here. All right. Don't try to get cute and come overconfident in week one. Put his butt on the bench because he's gonna hurt your team. Okay. Let's move on because if you considering him, I need to we're moving on. Sid Garrett Golf, guys. Another player to sit on your bench, and I don't even have him on any of my rosters. If you're in a deep league or a dynasty league, you have Daniel Jones on your team. But if you are not and you're just in a redraft, he's on waivers, and he will stay on waivers until he can prove that he is truly a starting quarterback in the NFL. And guess what? That's coming from a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm saying leave him out there on waivers. If somebody else want to pick him up, pick him up. But if you have him and you have to start him, you got some problems, and you need to check out some of my videos on some good quarterbacks to add out here in fantasy football. But Daniel Jones should be on your bench and even on waivers. Do not start him. The Denver defense is going to be improved this season. I know they are at home, but he has not proven that he can really put it together. So sit him. And then you also got to realize Galladay and him haven't had a lot of time to practice together. That's an issue. Saquon is just coming back from injury. Stay the hell away from Daniel Jones week 1 and all season. Unless he proves he can just turn into this great quarterback. I'm staying away from him. And you should do the same. And that's coming from a Giants fan. I'm using my sense, guys. All right. And last but not least, I am not touching any of the running backs with the New York Jets until they can tell me who the hell is going to be the starting running back. I know right now it's Coleman. Then you got Ty Johnson in the mix, then you got Perrine, and you got Michael Carter. I honestly feel the most talented running back on that roster is the rookie that they drafted, Michael Carter. I do feel like at some point he is going to be the guy this season, but apparently right now they're probably going to do a committee or ride the hot hand. And typically when you're riding the hot hand, the best thing to do is stay away from any team that's going committee when you got 3-4 running backs. That's just too much, and it's unpredictable, and you just never know who's going to get the ball, who's going to be the one to get that touchdown. So instead of stressing yourself out and having to wonder who the hell is the guy, stay away until they can say it's Michael Carter's backfield and this is not a committee. Stay the hell away from the Jets running backs in week 1 until they can prove who is going to be the starting running back. And yeah, they're playing against the Panthers, but I don't care. It's just too complicated to try to determine who should you pick. And I'm not with all of this eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I need to know who I'm going to start so I can start them with confidence based on the matchup, stats, and all of that good stuff. We don't know that right here. And what we do know is Coleman has had opportunities. With Atlanta, he played all right. And with the 49ers, didn't go that well. So he's getting another opportunity here with the Jets. Same thing for Johnson. He had the opportunity when Kerryon Johnson got hurt. And then he just didn't take advantage of that opportunity. So now with the Jets, he's all right, but long-term starter, no. And then Perrine, they've gotten other running backs. They've signed other running backs and drafted other running backs. So he probably hasn't had the real chance to show if he can be the lead back. But we're past that. The Jets are past that. They got 4 running backs, and at some point they're gonna have to make that tough choice on who's gonna be the guy. And Waiver Wire Queen is saying it's going to be Michael Carter at some point. All right, y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe for more Waiver Wire Queen, because the goal is to get you right and make sure that you win your leagues in fantasy football this season. Peace.